If anyone's new here, what we do on this stream is we play with wood and we blow. Let's see if we can get a bullseye here on this one. Oh, it fell. We got it. We got it. Amazing. So there is a nice looking mammalian cell. Has another cell right on top of it. So, right there it is. Now there's all these other pigments in there too. That could be a couple different things. There could be bacteria around the cell and on top of it. Could also stain some mitochondria. So this stains all nucleic acids. So bacteria have nucleic acids, mitochondria have their own nucleic acids as well. And I'm sure different structures will appear if we would let this stain sit a little longer.
David Alexander,
so this is my cheek cell.
Just subscribed.
Inside that cheek cell is all the DNA
elbow.
that makes me who I am. Right in there. Right there. All that little spot there holds all the information that besides what I look like, who I am, and what I could pass to my offspring. So really, really fascinating when you think about it. It's really cool. So when you do that 23andMe thing, you take a, you take a spit sample, a cheek cell swab, you put it in the thing, and you send it back. You're sending them this, and then it can take that and then figure out where you're from and, what sequences of your DNA match with other areas of the world. Super, super cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my God. I have no idea what this is. Let's see, it has some writing on it. Sorry about the wind. Oh, let me look at it a little closer. So I'll do it this way. So right here is what we found. Found this sweet ring. Inside there, it does say 925.
David Alexander 82 cheered. X200. Hope you and Watson and Darwin had a great Christmas. Danke for a fun year of science in DRWD elbow.
Oh my gosh. That, I had this too tight. Did you guys, was that on cam? Where are you at, Rocket? Are we working? Hello? 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 Does this work?
Barnacle Bum just subscribed.
Does my stream
Happy
still work?
Birthday to Pookie.
Dave, thanks for the resub and for the 200 bits. You're welcome. Yuri, thank you for the resub. Barnacle, thank you for the resub. I don't stream. Why are y'all doing this? Hello, Pookie. Pookie, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Pookie.
Yuri Helsing just subscribed.
Why is it doing all the alerts again? Oh, Varnicle resub 20 months. Yuri resub 8 months. Yeah, today's Pookie's birthday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. Pookie turned 20 today. Oh, we're crashing. We crashed. Oh, there we go. Red Dog, doing great, doing great. I hope you're doing well. Yep, Pookie turned 21 today. Happy 21st birthday, Pookie. I missed you all. Oh, I'm all kerfuffled here on this cable. We in a knot. 29, yeah, we're forever 29. I turned 29 in February. I turned 29 for the past 3 years. Merry Christmas to you all too. Happy New Year coming up soon. I hope all you Dutchies are getting ready to eat your fulfilling of oliebollen and apple flappins. I don't think I'll have time to make any this year. You had oliebollen today. Nice. Do you make it or buy it from a street cart? Grocery store. Nice. Is it crispy? Is it still good? Because I feel like oliebollen needs to be like eaten fresh. Because like I made a lot last year, so I had a lot left over, and like I reheated it in the toaster oven to give it the crisp again, but now it was just like soggy dough. I've been staying busy though. I painted my main bathroom last night. Finally. I still need to do all the trim. I got paint for my bedroom as well. So that process will be tackled here eventually. But I actually don't have paint for my bedroom because I got a quart of the bluish paint I use for the bathroom. And then I got a gallon of the white I'm using for the trim, and then I was getting like a grayish brown tone for the bedroom. However, they made 2 cans of the white, so I have to return 1 can and be like, look, you didn't make me the right paint. Reheat them in the microwave. Oh. Am I nesting? No. I am building a bed frame at the same time though. Bed frame is coming along, got the headboard, the manger part of the headboard finished. I'm finishing up the rest of the framing, which is taking a lot longer than I thought because I'm using dimensional lumber from Lowe's and I've had to spend a lot of time making it square and cleaning it up and getting it all straight and whatnot. But I finally have everything cut to size. I need to taper the 4x4 legs yet, which I think I'm going to do that in the bandsaw. Oh, that guy's flying around. And then it'll be probably a week of sanding, and then I can get the staining, put in poly on that, staining it, and then assembling it. Like a donut, yeah. The crispiness right out of the fryer is good though. Yeah, the headboard piece is done. I haven't posted anything of the frame yet. Frame's not as exciting as the headboard. Finally making my bedroom look nice. It's not nesting. I'm not having a child. Plus, the child wouldn't be raised in the bedroom. It'd have its own room. If I was nesting, I'd be doing it to the other room. Yeah, they're horrible, right, Red? I don't feel guilty about buying a new bed frame. Trust me, all the headaches I've had so far are the knuckle scratches and little woodworking cuts, splinters, and things like that I've gotten. blades I've ruined planer blades. Because I mean, the whole headboard, except for the plywood backing, is pallet wood as well. No, the foot of the bed is just going to be a basic foot. I'm not doing a chevron on the foot of the bed. Nice Z, 370Z. Doesn't seem too useful though. No RGB on my bed frilled. And I had a nice trip to Thomasville, Georgia. Nice little town in south, I guess that would be south west Georgia. Just north of Tallahassee. No racing. Sometimes cops sit around this corner too. No, we went up 75, so there's no Buc-ee's on 75 North. Seen any life? Yeah, I got a golden crowned kinglet up there. It was the only one I marked down. I heard chickadees, but I didn't actually see them. The Carolina chickadee, and also ruby. Was it the other ones a ruby crowned kinglet? But yeah, I didn't bring the stream stuff. Vacation was great. Great vacation. Watson came along, had a wonderful time, ate some great food at some great places. Went around, adventured around, looked at cemeteries, and I don't know if any of you all driven on Georgia dirt roads before, but they're clay, and it was raining one day, so the car got covered in clay, and that wasn't the most fun, but it was fun driving on those roads. Found some old abandoned churches, paddleboarded at some springs back in Florida. The springs were near Wakulla Springs, but they weren't Wakulla Springs. Way back, stopped at some state parks, saw some more springs, hiked in some different state parks. But yeah, overall, good time. Sorry for potting. What's up, Mark? How you doing? Yeah, since it was wet out, it reminded me of driving in like slush roads in Pennsylvania after a snowstorm. But yeah, it was a great little getaway. I even went to an extra fancy restaurant one night. A great little trip. And when I got back, it was absolutely freezing. So, it's alright. I wasn't going to go out for a stream when it was 35, 40 degrees outside. I don't have stuff for those conditions. Because I got home on Friday last week. I know it's Thursday now. But it was cold up until yesterday was the first warmish day again. I don't own a good jacket, no. I have either a really cold jacket, which I don't want to wear that in my stream gear, so it look like a marshmallow. And yeah, I wasn't going to do that. It was a nice day the other day, but I went paddling instead on my stand-up paddleboard. Sorry, everybody. Been working on the woodshop stuff, but sometimes I run the planer or the joiner for a couple hours. No one wants to watch that. YouTube Blue? So I haven't streamed any of the bed stuff because some of the stuff has just been loud power tools on the entire time. Thanks, Spooky. Building lights. But it was just rainy and drizzly, like Christmas. There was actually a town in Merritt Island, which is just like 40 minutes north. They actually got sleet on Christmas Day. So some of them they called it a white Christmas. Oh, I just say sorry to be sorry. I'm not truly sorry, you know what I mean? Like, I'm enjoying living my life. You like power tools, but I don't think you'd watch a power tool running in your headset for 3 hours. Also, I do some shady things with the table saw, and I don't really want a live video recording of that. If I'm being really honest. A moose stream, I have. Yeah, I really don't want video evidence of me doing some of the cuts I've done on the table saw. I'm cutting 8-foot long boards, 2 inches thick, and it's a very small top table saw, so it gets a little shady. How you doing, 715? Chat will always be upset with me. I could stream every day, chat will still be upset about something. That's just how it goes. But yeah, if I don't like, for the table, I have a Shopsmith, and the table saw blade cover is more dangerous in my mind than the safety of it, because things get caught on. It's just not that good. It doesn't move smooth. I hate it. And I feel more dangerous using the blade cover than not using the blade cover. So I don't use it. And that would be the first thing people yell at me about. Switch to Watson Cam. Everyone look away. Don't watch this part. Raking the money. Just him sleeping right now. So yeah, next mission is January 2nd. I have done 0 prep for next semester too. I've been enjoying my break. I haven't really enjoyed a break yet. Yo, but holy cow, we can talk about this later in stream though, if we hit a lull while metal detecting and not finding anything. But ChatGPT, that stuff's wild. I was messing with that a little bit the other day too. Like, first time I felt that I'm replaceable, as in like my career, my job. You can implement, don't you have to pay for characters though? Like if you add image making and whatnot to it. I went to set up how to use the ChatGPT thing for doing command line making images. It uses that DALL-E thing, but I wasn't able to figure out how to use it in Python or Node. Okay, American flag on back. Its hat has the blue stripe. Yep, pretty much right. Riding a Harley. Guy on the right has ear protection, but no helmet. That's also OpenAI. Yeah, DALL-E is OpenAI. I tried setting it up and figure out how to do the whole image aspect thing, but I couldn't figure it out outside of going to that DALL-E website and typing things in. Oh no, never mind, he doesn't have hearing protection. Harley. That's not a fake Harley. I don't know what the one on the right is. The one on the left looks real. OG Harley? Dang. That sounds wicked. I hope it's not too busy today. Holy cow, it might be too busy today. Across the street. You have a walkway. Why are there so many people here? It's a Thursday. Oh, I see a spot over on the far side. I guess it's finally a nice day, so people are back at the beach. Maybe Terry will be here. We need to put a air tag on his car. Just kidding, someone already has done that to him. Could you imagine being so good at metal detecting that another metal detector has put an air tag on your car to track you, to see where you're finding all your stuff? That'd be crazy. Well, that means we're going to have to deal with a lot of human-titus out there today. We might have to dodge them and walk to a less crowded area. Oh, no, someone just pulled in on my left side. That's where I get all my detector stuff out. I'm going to let them get out. I mean my right side. Sorry. All right, Pookie, no problem. I'm waiting for them to get out because I can't. No back-end parking. Yeah, it's because that's how they check your plates. And if you have, like, I have a parking pass here. Antique thrift store. Can these people get out of their car? I need to use that side of my car. Purposely parked here to have the right side open. And then 2 seconds later, someone pulls in. Oops. What's up, Jen? Oh, they're figuring out the parking app. I might move. Because I can't even open my door because her door's open. Yeah, we're moving. They're going too slow. And I have places to be. Doing great, doing great. Mm-hmm. Alrighty, get my shoes on. Alright, put my bag and stuff on. Oh, she has dog treats with her. This must have become a dog beach now. There we go. Let's change our hats. Wearing the frilled special today. All my stuff is covered in sawdust. Dust. Okay. Oh yeah. Lurking audio only. What do you mean you had to download Twitch? You get a new phone for Christmas or something? What's up, Midnight? Hi, everybody. Oh, you're dirty. There we go. Not much better. Been so long since I streamed. Sorry, not sorry. What does a famous artist once said? I'm not here for your entertainment. New hat. Oh, it's just another one I have. I came across this one the other day. This one's a little shorter of the brim. It's a little easier to manage if it's a little windier out. It is a slightly new hat though. It's nicer. Let's try to straighten you all up here. There we go. Yeah, you all have very high expectations of streamers. Uh-oh. I think I need to fix my bag. I didn't click in the water hose. Yeah, I need to. 1 second, everybody. You're going to get kerfuffled for a minute. I need my water to work. There's the click. Okay, let's make sure we work now. We have water. Okay. Now let's try this again. Yeah, everyone's here today.
Don't knock over the lights.
Oh, let's beep the car. Let's just walk out this side over here. I think there's steps to get up and down there. Yeah. And we're off, everybody. Oh, there's musical instruments they can play. Oh, I should bring my cell phone. Daggone it. I need my phone. How to do stream? I forget. Give me a... Here you are. Yeah, they're still getting out of their cars if I tried parking there. It's the slowest car get out I've ever seen. Slower than me. You can see the Grinch again. Who is Grinch? I don't know. It was a blow-up Grinch. Now it is high tide now, which is sucky, but we'll make the most of it. I just want to get out of here. Such a nice day. That's Gringerich. Okay. Let's see if we remember how to do this. Detector turns on, which is a good start. Welcome to paradise. Oh, my sensitivity is really high. Where's Melbourne, Florida? Melbourne, Florida. Depending on how many people are out at the beach today, camera might be pointed a little bit more down. Yeah, it's high tide right now. Oh my gosh. It's a zoo down there. I think I'm going to avoid that area until later, so it empties out maybe a little more. So let's just stay up in here. First tone of the day. Let's turn this down just a little bit. Is it a king tide? All right, first signal, 48. Just remember what a little piece of foil's like. Is that what we have? First tone of the day, foiled. $4.69, nice. Oh. Yeah, where do I want to go? I could go south or north. It looks like an old fire pit there. Yeah, someone burnt. Not digging that stuff. Someone buried. Check this down here. I think I see that. There might be, it's a little jumpy, but there's a fire pit right here too. I'll check this one over here and see what happens. That's a jumpy tone. This area is very dirty. A lot of things happen in here. But let's focus on this one right now. Sounds like the balloons, you think so? Could be a buried can too. Whatever it is a little deeper. So let's get a different. I haven't seen any black show up yet, so there's hopefully not an old fire pit. Maybe a little further back. What are you? Oh, we found a coin. Little coin spill here. Oh, chewy granola bar. First coin of the day is a nickel. There's the front of the nickel. Now you can guess your coin. I pick up the trash I find. Yep. Actually went for a beach walk yesterday, just picking up trash. I have a bucket and a grabber in my car now that I keep in there to pick up trash. No, we don't have those here. So, get your year guessed in. That was
Jan Loves Iowa just subscribed.
A 1990. Jan Loves Iowa. Thank you for the resub. Origin, good job. 10 years off. There's more down here, I think. 7980. There it is. This one is a dime. Now we have found a dime. Gribby, Sarah, no problem. How have you been? There's the front. What's up, Rika?
Thumperstein just subscribed. Happy almost New Year, y'all. DRWD treat.
Thumperstein, happy almost New Year. Yes, any big New Year's plans for everyone? Any traditions you all do? We were talking about the Grinch. The Grinch is in chat now. Sarah is here.
Sarah Noisia just subscribed.
2008.
Closing
Origin again, only 8 years off. Sarah, thank you for the resub. I appreciate that. Something else ringing in down here. Oh, I just flung it. It was another dime. Oh, I have 2 dimes in here. Okay, we're gonna speed play. Not a lot of options for those who don't drink. You don't have to drink on New Year's. I might have like a sip of champagne and a glass of wine, but that's probably the extent I'll have. Dime number 1. Here's the front. Well, I mean the back. I can't really show the front too much. I gotta cover it up. There's the front.
Glow95 just subscribed.
So we'll get that one in. Jen, 25 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's crazy, 25 months. Okay. Coin. This one was year 2000. Barnacle 2001. Now we have another one in here. So get your next guess in right away. There's front. And there is the back. Is Pez even here? I don't see anyone's things today anyway. Make sure it's right. Here we go. Boom. Jin with 1 year. Great job. Great job. Great job. Do we have more in here? This spot has been crazy. Okay, now we have a penny. 3 coins ago. At various venues, but tickets. Oh wow. Oh no, I would never go anywhere. You have to buy a ticket. Thanks for the follow, South. Here's the penny. Has the shield on the back. And there's the face. Yeah, someone definitely dropped their pocket here. Boom. Jan, good job. It's a 2022. I wonder how long it will take to find our first 2023. Another nickel tone down here. Let's see. Is that it? Yep, it's another nickel. This was a good coin spill. Face of nickel. Back of nickel. I wonder if there's any more here. And boom. Jin with the win again. We're still getting beeps in here. Another penny. Yeah, this is definitely rigged. Another penny. And send. Jan, what's with these pennies being so recent? Okay, we finally... Maybe something else down here. Oh, that's sargassum. I don't want to dig in that. Let's go back over here. Maybe a little better. Yeah. I think we got them all. Oh. Another high tone over here. That's a good 80 tone. Another dime. And that. Another dime. Boom. Let's keep scanning. I'm not going to dig these crunches over here. Yeah, that's a fire pit down there. I can see the burnt wood. I know, right, Origin? And that one was 2,000. Origin again with a perfect guess. Origin is doing well today. Let's fill in our hole here. And then we'll move on. This is just a piece of garbage. Origin buried those coins. The truth comes out. You might hear me pass up on some tones up in this thicker sargassum here. Like this one's a 48. I think most of these tones through here are going to be things like Canslaw. Shadowman. Nah, I put on the holiday pounds for sure. From vacation and just going out to eat a little bit more than I usually do. I think that's just a little bit of ground balance happening there. Biggest treasure I found, someone's wedding band that I was able to return to them. That was a good moment. Biggest treasure. Is Seppley streaming now too? No way. Oh, and it's Thursday. It's your day where you have to go to work.
This is so unfair. What? Oh, you're watching the vibrator clip. I got a 44. Usually pretty easy to figure this one out. Cancel. Oh, you know you can buy a bed that actually does vibrate to wake you up, and it has like airflow that goes through it to regulate your body temperature as you sleep. I'm sorry, Nitro. This is just Florida things. It was cold here last week, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't stream. Earlier this week, I mean. Last week I wasn't in town. I forget the name of the bed, but they're expensive. Do I recommend? It depends the sort of areas you are going to be detecting. Oh, it's a rose petal. Gross. Oh, it's a whole bouquet of roses over there. I use the Garrett AT Max. This wouldn't be the one that everyone would want to use. You can get by with cheaper ones, like the Nocta Simplex is a good couple $100 detector that will be able to do everything higher level detectors can do. Yeah, for the beach you definitely want something that can ground balance, so the Simplex, something like that. You can't get by unless you only want to do dry sand. You won't be able to do wet sand with a cheap detector. Tiny piece of foil. Nah, these are stupid expensive though. I need a better scoop. Terry got a better scoop for Christmas. Saw it on his Facebook. Which hat? Wide brim hats to give you lots of shade are ideal. You want to keep the sun off your face. And it helps you stay cooler. Cool temperature wise and cool looks wise. Is it in, oh, the detector? Exclamation point gear. You can find the page, if you scroll down, or somewhere on there, you can see the detector setup, or the info. Or are you talking about the Nocta Simplex? I don't have that listed in there. I should put a little page on like thinking about getting into detecting. Check out this one. As a hobby? Oh yeah. Super cool. Great way just to get out of the house and get some sun. I can't believe people are in the water though. Dock gear. Exactly, Naplord. Yep. Can't call it exercising though, or Mike will get mad. You gained 12 pounds? Well, didn't you lose like 12 pounds though? I need a drink. All right, Mike. No, but you were sick there for a bit, where you like couldn't eat anything. All right, this is a quiet zone. Dang, look at this pile of roses over here. Anybody want a flower? No, that's a nasty foil tone. Look at all the roses. Do you think she said yes? Are the ads over? I'll check this one. It's not a good number, but I'll check it. Oh, we should be out now. Let's see. In here somewhere. Cancel. That's what I figured it would be. Oh? Oh, what? Huh. Weird. Weird. No, they wouldn't do that for mods. Yeah, they wouldn't do that for mods. At least I wouldn't think so. Oops, I'm checking something. Ah. Well, it's not loading though. Beach is how long? Oh, I mean, it's a beach. It goes all the way to, this goes all the way to Cape Canaveral, and then it becomes another beach. It goes all the way to Ponce, Daytona area, and then goes all the way to Jacksonville. I can't find my link, Pookie. You know what I was trying to do, though. And then all the way up the East Coast, too. Ah, balloon string. The worst. This is what birds get caught in. Am I the new Indy? What do you mean the new Indy? Indiana Jones with my hat? And my hat's a little different than Indiana Jones though. My hat's definitely cooler. So many people down there. It's a good shadow, right? I think this is just ground balancing here. I guess I'll keep walking through this area. Hopefully I can come across something. No one's hat is cooler. So far just a couple coins, nothing crazy today yet. Can't really go where most of the stuff will be because it's filled with shoebies. Yeah, ground balance out there. We haven't even found a bottle cap yet today. Something down here, 53.
California Burbs just subscribed.
A little better of a tone.
37 Nutty J Cal J Best J.
I think it's just a bigger piece of foil. Can. California birds, California jay, best. No, scrub jay. Florida scrub jay is best jay. How dare you? How dare you? Jay-Z. Oh, Blobby, what's up? Hope you had a nice Christmas too. The Eurasian jay. Ooh, wow. Now there's a fight with the Eurasian. Look what you started, California birds. Look what you started. Now, Europeans are chiming in thinking their jay is better. And my chat is heavy European based. I don't think we're going to be able to win. We got to make a united front on the best North American jay in order to battle them. Which I'm going to go with Florida scrub jay because it's more precious. We walked through that spot already. Jeez, Tracy. I think they're doing like some super crazy marathon or something in India right now. Stellars are the worst. Alright, we got a 50. $59. What do we have going on down here? Jump back down to a 50. Very miscellaneous sort of tone. Let's see. Jeez, Blobby, that's crazy. Yeah, it's jumping between foil and mid 50 range. So it's probably just a larger piece of can slaw. I doubt it's enough to be gold. Not really today.
No.
Nope.
Because you got the AT, okay.
Yep.
I got an AT Pro, but now I bought my the CTX 3030.
Oh, nice. That's a good
Are you
one.
filming it or?
Oh, yeah. I do a live stream.
Oh, do you?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing good, huh?
No. I can't really get down to where the people are yet, and it's high tide, so
Yeah.
not the best time.
No. That's what I did yesterday. I didn't realize how high the tide was. It was down where the treasure ships are.
Yeah.
Not much beach to hunt.
No, not at all. And plus, those beaches down there are so hunted. It's not even.
Oh,
worth
I know they are. Yeah.
It's not even worth it to.
Yeah. I think I come up here with people. Hang
Yeah.
out, try.
Another good spot is Paradise. Just the next stop up
Oh,
at the lake.
Okay.
Yeah, you head up to the. Well, I guess there's two lights up. Paradise Beach there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, always find
I
decent.
got my granddaughter down here. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, enjoy.
Yep.
Hope it's something good. Is
That's a piece of foil.
that all?
Yeah.
Or a can down deep?
Yep.
I've had this many times.
Yep. You too. No, he's not unknown thing. He even had a metal detecting hat on. Alright, I think we're finally out. What do you think we have? It is.
Anything good?
Piece of can. Ugh. Right. All that work for a can. Another piece of can. So much foil. I can't believe it. Nope, that's not a whole can. Can't cheat. Can't cheat the bingo. Sometimes no one gets bingo and that's perfectly okay. So, anyone cooking any good dishes for New Year's? What all do y'all eat anything special on New Year's? Those are just ground balance beeps. New Year's ham. That's one I haven't heard before.
David Alexander 82 has gifted a sub to Frilled.
To Frilled? What did Frilled say? Wait, why was Frilled called a cheapo? Oh, chapeau. Spinach dip. Where are my pork and sauerkraut people at? Can I get some support from my pork and sauerkraut people? There we go, there's Brika. Pizza. Ew, no? What's wrong with you all? Come on, Frilled, at least you should be able to support my pork and sauerkraut. But hers was not edible? Wow. I didn't know there was this much hate. Y'all never had my pork and sauerkraut. Which requires me going to the store and buying pork. Oh, really, Blue? That's wild. Congrats? Oh yeah, it's stupid to go out. Interesting tone down here. 50, oh there's 55. Could be another larger chunk of can. Could be a bottle cap too. Pork and a bag of sauerkraut, throw it on a crack. Oh, I get a little bit more special with mine. I cook the pork in a pressure cooker, shred it, put it back in the pressure cooker with the, well, I cook it in the sauerkraut juice, but not the sauerkraut itself. And then I put the sauerkraut on top and do some melted sugar, well, melted butter and brown sugar over the top And I also, when I cook the pork, I dump some applesauce on it too, so it sweetens it up a bit. The real treasure are the friends we make along the way, Sal. Everyone knows that. Where's it at? That moved over to here. I might need to get the carrot out. Oh, there we go. Finally scooped. What do we have? Dang it. Piece of can. Can you get kraut? Well, I get it at Aldi's. Oh, it's my symbol, Brikachu, 440 for science or whatever it's supposed to mean. It also lets me know if my OBS network is struggling or my bitrate field part is struggling. What's up, Snapadoo? Wow, Dave. Why are you so anti-sauerkraut? Seems like a strong take. 9 raiders from Cephaly have joined. What's up, Cephaly? I heard you streamed today randomly just like me. And Green Herring was mad. Epic. Y'all see any birds today? Any special birds out there? Hope you had a good Christmas. Dave, I think you just need proper sauerkraut and your mind will change. All the burbs. All burbs are special. Oh yeah, we can do a shout out to Cephaly for sure. Can slaw all day, every day. I'm that way with onions. Thank you, Pookie. Thank you, Dave. I've actually am working my way and trying bites of onion every now and then. Didn't enjoy it, but I tried it. I think I can mentally come around and do it. I've just never had the proper motivation to do so. What's up, Parking Martian? I want to get over it. Wait, no one hates bacon unless, like, it's religious. This one is right on top. This one will get some feats. What's up, Dak? Happy Merry Holiday New Year to you too. Sweet or sharp? Yeah, red onion would be the extent of like the worst. The worst type of onion is a red onion. Wow, your guilt trip worked. No, I planned to stream today. It was too cold before today.
Subscribed. Wow.
So I didn't go stream. I was on vacation last week. It's not like you watch me anyway. I should have made a deal saying I'll stream when you stream. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, Barnacle. Whatever, Pez. You know nothing. Yeah, it's Efley. Yeah, you rated. Frilled, you're supposed to be team sauerkraut here. You're my German. Come on. What's with Team Sauerkraut? We're talking about what we eat for New Year's on New Year's Day, and I say I make pork and sauerkraut, and David Alexander is aghast at me. Oh, Parking Martian, what'd you get for Christmas? There we go. Sethly's Team Sauerkraut. Thank you, Sethly. Okay, we already went through that spot then. I see a drink lid here. Shame on Starbucks people. Kraut noodles. Is that sauerkraut noodles? Don't have enough points to ban the word sauerkraut. What's up, Stegosaur? Alright, yeah, we already zigzagged through here. Let's go down here. Alright, here's where my last line's go. So that's, looks like they're picking up there. Oh, that's definitely, that sounds fun. Ooh, sauerkraut dumplings, that sounds pretty good. R700, ooh, Parking Martian, that sounds fun. Schnuckle? Schnuckle or Ollieball? Sal, the water's cold. Why would you get in cold water? Oh, my nose itches. $53, $56. Highly foil. Because what else will it be today? Where are you at? Come on. I don't want to get the carrot out. Oh, I think we're over here. Well, nope. Just trash today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Today I've only found like cans. Pieces of can.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, what are some goodies that you
Oh, goodies I found. I found a few rings before.
Really?
Yeah. I returned a wedding ring to someone once.
Talk about good karma for you. Not that you do it
What-
for that, but that was very
What am I going to do? Put it in a jar? I'd rather give it back to
No,
whoever
that's
it
nice
is.
of you. Someone else would have pawned it.
Aw.
But that's very nice of you.
Yeah.
I love your whole getup.
Thanks. Cancel. Good job, Yuri. Snap-a-doot, there you go. Best thing I've ever found. She didn't comment on my sombrero, though. I have found glasses before. Okay, this one's being annoying. Yeah, we find good vibes here. Where's it at? What the heck? It's still ringing right down there. Hold on, let me check with the pinpointer here. Nah, she was just interested in what I was doing. There it is. Ugh. When in doubt, get the carrot out. The best thing I ever found, that would be you. Aww. If only I was that smooth. Looks insane. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. Well, at least we're getting a whole bunch of cans off the beach. Well-armed beach armor. Yeah, North Playa Linda Beach is technically a nude beach up on Cape Canaveral National Seashore, but no network there, so it's not like I'd be able to stream there or would desire to stream there. down here. Okay, this is getting to be the same thing over and over again. More cancel. Yay. Barefoot at the beach again? Oh yeah, you don't want to go barefoot at the beach. No, Pez. If I went to the beach, we'd have to be on this scene the entire time. There. We'd be on this scene. I'd be like, oh wow, look at all this stuff I see out here. I can't show it. Oh man. Out here metal detecting. I can't show you anything I'm looking at. I hope you're enjoying the videos you're watching. Oh wow. Look at those. You guys can't see those. I'm nude too right now. So I'd be able to stream nude then if I go on this scene when I'm at the nude beach. Yeah. So this is what you'd see at the nude beach if we streamed at the nude beach. Yeah. There, that's what you get. Podcast stream. Pez asked for it. No decency whatsoever. Whatever, you sauerkraut hater. Especially the squirrel. Where you get that video from? That was 100% better than normal around these parts? What? I took those videos on stream. What you talking about? I don't even know if you can detect up there since it's Cape Canaveral National Seashore. They'd be a bit further south. They can show up here, but I don't feel like dealing with 50 other detectorists. I like to take my chances out here, find random things. And once people start leaving over there, chances will go up. It's only 2 o'clock right now. Where did you, any goods, what are you talking about? That's not stock footage. It's my footage. I don't think we found pesos yet. We have found a toonie before, which is a $2 Canadian coin. Sure feet thing. Source, nature. Speaking of footage. No, that's not a redeemable thing, Pez. What do y'all think? Yeah, I know. Why would you want to swim in fish pee? It's literally their toilet. Yeah, exactly, Dave. I'm tired of all the can slaw. Skipping that one. Another emote party? We just had an emote party. Oh, true, Dave. Fish sperm. Everything's a 44, 45. This is the sargassum line, which is where all the foil goes. I want to find the better targets. Look, I'll dig this one. I'll show you. Double slaw. This is all we've been digging all day, little pieces of can slaw. Dude, a human, ew. That's a lot, Pez. No, I don't even know what the guy from Oak Island looks like. AFD, I have not. You still planning to come down for the transporter lunch? Come down, come over. I don't know which direction you're coming from. I think it's still scheduled for the 2nd. No, Dave, whales are really cool. Ooh, nice AFD. Okay, we're back. Hello, bakery worker. Hope you're doing well. That was a fire pit we were digging back there. I wasn't going to keep digging that one. I don't dig fire pits.
David Alexander 82 has gifted a sub to Vodafone.
Dang, there's a lot of shoobies here today. I think this is part of that fire pit still. Bonatone should be able to use them without being subscribed. You should be able to use like the BTTV ones, which he's using. Alright, here's a better tone. Maybe. Maybe not. Could be a fake out here. Could just be a buried soda can. Maybe it's over here in this wall. I hear a motorcycle or something. Why would the police stop me? Alright, it's out. What do you think we found down here? I see something blue. A little car, maybe? It is a little car. Found ourselves a little car. Wild Bills. Raging something. Raging Cones. Found a little car. Cool, cool, cool. Solved any crimes? I have not solved any crimes. That would get stuck in Watson's digestive system. That would not end well. Oh yeah, true. We almost got arrested by airport security. That's fun. That was dumb. I mean, I was outside the fence. People do plane spotting. And I wasn't almost arrested. They're just curious what I was doing outside an airport with a giant zoom camera. We're never visiting the burrowing owls ever again. Where are you at? The airport was swarmed with birders when the Western kingbird showed up. That airport was? Yeah. And we were, yeah, they're like, you can't be within 10 feet of the fence or something. And I'm like, well, the sidewalk is within 3 feet of the fence. This was a horrible design. Am I supposed to stand in the middle of the roadway here? How you doing, pizza? Hope you had a good Christmas. Oh, screwed up my mind here. Cancel. I know, right, pizza? Yeah, she was nice, though. Nice and understanding. It wasn't like I was actually about to be arrested. I mean, of course, I was very close to being arrested. I can't lie about the content. Ugh. Break time. Don't, where is it? Don't, a lot of sporting arenas have a sniper there, just in case. Exactly, 7. Wait, SpaceX tweeted something? No, that's old. Every now and then they're like, oh, we have a launch tomorrow. Surprise. Oh yeah, it was Super Bowl. I think that's the one I saw. Not like all, but like Cowboy Stadium has a sniper's nest. Isn't it wild to think if you're at, like, if you went to the Super Bowl, there's a chance that you were in the crosshairs of a loaded sniper rifle? If someone just scouting the arena? Oh yeah, with the spotting scopes. But same thing, yeah, Super Bowl though, right? Oh no, scared of visiting the US, don't be scared for that reason. That's not just the US, that's special events. I'm sure other big events also have something similar. Would not be surprised if the World Cup final had something similar. There. All NFL stadiums, they might not always be in use though. Like, if it was like the Bengals versus... No, the Bengals are doing well this season. Who are the worst teams right now? Cardinals versus the Bears. Oh, Texans are bad, that's right. Wait, Pele died? When did that happen? Like just now? Is that breaking news? Oh, Broncos? Russell Wilson. He died 18 minutes ago. Well, he was old. Old people die. Oh yeah, that would make sense because of Philly. Yeah, Packers are turning around a little bit. Can they? They can't make the playoffs, though, can they? Ken? No way. NFC's so bad. They can still lose one more game with other stuff happening. Wow. I think Bengals are for sure in the playoffs. The Joe Burrow era fully in play. Can't believe Washington has a chance. That's how bad the NFC is. Oh, really? No way, AFD, that's awesome. I remember that not being a good game. If I recall. And there I did it. I alienated 95% of Twitch chat because I brought up sports. And Mom didn't want to go. Well, that's nice you went. Yeah, they just have they have that big game against the Ravens at the end of the season. But Ravens, they have one game ahead on the Ravens, but Ravens currently have the head-to-head too. Sports. I can't get anything higher than a 50 out here today. Give me a true tone. I'm not even gonna dig you. We found those coins right at the start, and then ever since, we've only found cancel in a car. That's the people we meet along the way. That's the treasures we find. I don't want to be in the majority. Oh, on Twitch? Yeah. Especially, I don't know, like, you never hear sports talk on Twitch, really. Unless you're like in like a specific F1 streamer channel or something like that. General channels, you hear very little sports talk. Did you know 49% of the statistics are made up on the spot? Moderate. One of the, oh really? Oh, you talking about, oh, what's his name? He's like friends with Messi. eBay or something like that. It's actually 62%. Yeah, eBay. Oh my god, we got a 26. No, isn't I pronounced E in Spanish though? eBay? Raid RWX Rob, what's up everybody? Welcome to the warm Atlantic Ocean. How's everybody doing today? We're here metal detecting. I got a little grunt down here. So it's an iron piece. Trying to isolate it. I might need to get out my pinpointer here. Oh, I think I scooped it. What do we think it is? Oh, it's a pair of tweezers. What a find. What a find. What are you up to today? Were you doing coding and whatnot? So look, we found ourselves a pair of sterling silver tweezers from probably the 1850s. If I had to guess an era. Yeah, 1850 sterling silver tweezers. Yeah, better than sticking up like this and going into someone's foot. Oh, good luck, Parky Martian. Music and coding, nice. He has already. How do you get blue sky in December? Oh, I live in Florida. We had gray skies here for a while. When I went on my little vacation to Georgia, I didn't see blue sky once. It was blue on the way drive up, and then when we got home, we finally saw blue sky again. Give me a nickel for them. Probably worth that. Yeah, thanks Rob for the raid. Enjoy your food. Two months, oof. That's horrible. Last Tuesday. $47. Let's get the cancel out of here. Probably over here. I lied. It's right there. Canned slaw. No, jalopy. Not everything is diseased. Oh, pizza, that's good you're getting rain, unless they're causing like mudslides and flooding. Canned salad. Blick salad. Now we're getting closer to the people. Dang, pizza, that's crazy. Yeah, canned salad sounds horrible. Dang, Sarah, that's crazy. Tube salad. With beef tube. You know how, like, you can go to like Publix or a grocery store and buy like those pre-made salads that are like $8, or you can go to the deli counter, buy one chicken tender, have them chop it up, buy a bag of Caesar salad mix it all in the bag, grab a fork, cut the top of the bag off, put the chicken tender pieces in there, mix it all up, and then the bag acts as your bowl, and you eat a chicken Caesar salad. I'm at like I gotta check, like 145 or something like that. Yeah. And instead of paying $8, you spend like $4. No meat in salad. Why would you eat salad except for being a vessel for meat? Okay. Should be economics professor. No. Oh, that sounds fun, Sarah. Such a tiny piece of foil. Foiled. I might put the camera way down since we're starting to get into more people. Sister trip, very excited. Sounds fun. Oh, it's a cruise in the Mediterranean? Did I miss that? Oh, it does say in Mediterranean. Alright, should I do camera further down and then start zigzagging through the people? And try to get south of the people? Since we already went north of the people? Yeah, let's do that. So y'all are going to be looking at sand. Of course, Sarah. I do love raisins on a salad. It's like having candy in a salad. It'll look like snow. A little beach cut right there too. See people detecting? I'm sure there's always stuff everywhere. People drop stuff everywhere. I'm going to zigzag down this way. Worst salad. Oh my gosh, there's too many people out here. Why are so many people here? I'm just gonna walk to the other end here and hopefully get away from them. Not a fan is bitter? Huh. The ones I've had wasn't bitter. Maybe you had bad papaya salad. This is a bad ground balance area. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I've never had one that was bitter. Spicy. Maybe it was bad papaya. Just ground balance here. Yeah, it doesn't. It's more common at like the little Thai temples I go to. Lots of food on the weekends. go up to the higher dry area, I think. Not today.
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Ah. Free pizza right there. Yeah, 42. Oh, jeez. Is it? Nah, there's burnt firewood there. I don't dig burnt spots. I'll walk by. Look at all the pigeons. Oh, I can't really detect in the busier spots, and also fewer beeps now because it's winter too. A lot of people at the beach today, but the last couple weeks there's been no one. It's been too cold. Yeah, so Sarah, you must have just had a bad one, because I haven't had that. Mine has never been bitter before. Yeah, this isn't the best season for metal detecting now, but I haven't been out here for a while, so I wanted to get out here. Hopefully I can get out birding tomorrow morning. We shall see. Summer temps. Yeah, I mean, but last week it was in like the 40s, so, I mean, earlier this week it was in the 40s. So, very, very cold. Yesterday, I think we hit 70 for the first time yesterday. Then today we're back to normal pretty much. Through here. Can we do a big day of birding on Sunday to start the new year? I don't know yet. I don't think I'll do a big day on Sunday. Probably be making my pork and sauerkraut, seeing some friends and family and whatnot. Don't think I'll stream. Ew, that's horrible. In the 40s, I really don't like streaming under 60s. $150 species on Sunday, could you imagine? I mean, it's possible if I go to like Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge or something. Oh, you are hoping. You're hoping to get my 2022 year total in one day. Let's see how it is. I need a drink. Yeah, holy cow. You in Costa Rica? I forget what the number was in the Big Year movie. That was only United States though, right? Something ringing a little higher down here. But there's also some grunts in there too, which suggests bottle cap, possibly. It's hard to pinpoint this target. It's a grunt back here. Oh, what was that? I'm getting like multiple tones. I'm gonna get the carrot out quick. Jesus. Ooh, northern flickers are cool. Okay, it worked. There's a piece of plastic I can get out of there. Okay, whatever it is, I moved it here. What are you? Oh, you're just a piece of plastic. Let's get that out of here. There's something else that's ringing in here. Oh, it's a nail. We were nailed. Why was it ringing so high though? There must be more. Something else I think was ringing in there. I don't know why that rang so high. All year, that's crazy. We're still giving me an 80 down there. I think we got that iron tone out of the way, so let's keep digging. Maybe we can get this dime or penny out of here. Oh, we might have scooped it. Let's see here. Oh, what are you? That's not ringing. Oops, sorry. You want to be angled a little bit more down. What is this? Oh, it's a thing of antiperspirant. That's not metallic, of course. Is that the new hat? We do have a new hat today. Where'd that tone go? Well. Hello? Okay, there was an 80 tone. That's just more nails over there. Could I have flung this coin somewhere? It rang like a coin. No, that wasn't it. Je ne sais pas. Oh, there, it's giving me a... ring down there again. Still in the hole? Find booty yet? Nope. Okay. Whatever it was is out now. It was a coin. Let's see what we have here. Alright, that took a while to get out of here. Looks like we have a dime. I knew there was a dime in there. Sarah, I know the problem there. Well, I'm not out here to find that kind of booty, if that's what you're referring to. So we have a dime. There's the back of the dime. Sure, that's helping you a lot. And there's the front of the dime. I don't know what you're talking about, Mike. What, Bill? Point. You ready? Hammerhead 2004. Yeah. 13 years off. Holy cow. What's up, Speedify? How you doing? Well, most of your aluminum oxide in it. Only 13 years off. Come on, we can do better than that, everybody. Y'all thought a little crust on it meant it was old, huh? I think the worst guess was 1969, I saw someone guess. I'm crusty and not old. See, exactly. Proving my point. Bottom of a can. You know what? If you all want to add a whole can, I think we found enough pieces of aluminum to equal a whole can. I'm old on the inside. You saying I have a bad heart? Wow, Mike. Just because my hobbies include metal detecting and birding doesn't make me old on the inside. My hobby, no, I was up until 12:30 painting my bathroom. So I didn't even go to bed before 10. I smell French fries. Oh, I see French fries now. Yep, that guy just ate a French fry. And that's what explained why I smell French fries. 3 grown men digging a massive hole. Just boring. I don't have to do everything in Discord. Mr. Nestor? No, I'm just making my house look nicer. God forbid I upgrade my life. Oh, it's just an idea. Cancel. No, it was Debonair. It's like a blue color from Sherwin-Williams. Debonair. Yeah, because it's not fun to do alone, alright? And now I have someone helping me pick out colors and it makes it a little better. No, feds. Cancel. Well, we had a problem when I got paint for, so I got trim paint. It was like some white color. I forget the name. Eiger's white. But the guy screwed up when making it. I chose a color for the bedroom. It was like some like brownish gray, kind of like I forget what it was called, agreeable gray or something like that. But the dude who made the paint made two of the white and not the gray one, the gray brown one. And yeah, so I have to go to Lowe's after stream today and get them to give me the right paint. I just forget the name of the gray paint, so I might have to reselect it. It's like a gray with some brown tones in it. Expensive. Well, the paint is Valspar. It's Valspar paint. I'm making it nice. This is what the Sherwin-Williams is, the color, and then you buy a gallon of paint and then you tell Lowe's to make it. No, the name of the color is not on the receipt. You just pay for the can and the color's mixed in. But yeah, I didn't realize it until, because I wanted to put like, you know, a sample color of it on the wall to see how it looks. And I went to open the can and I'm like, wait, both these are the same color. What the heck? So now I have two 1 gallon paints of, you know, a white trim color. The color for disappointment. Wow. But do y'all know how many different kinds of whites there are? Holy cow, I'm just like, I just want white trim paint. And there's like 50,000 different colors of white. Disappointed Doc. No, I already have a coffee brand. I don't need paint too. Exclamation point coffee. No, I didn't even open it. Both the tops had the same barcode label on it of like the Eiger white. I'm like, well, I'm not even going to open it to maybe, I don't know how paint works, how you return it. But I didn't want to open both cans to see if maybe the color inside was different, but the labels on top were exactly the same. And I think that they use those barcode labels in the maker. So whatever that label says is what's going to be in the can. Yeah, I think you can pay like $5 for a sample. Oh, semi-gloss white trim. Yes, that makes sense. Well, now I have a gallon of this white color. Well, they're the ones that screwed up and gave me 2 of the same color when I asked for a different color. I just didn't realize until I went to open the can. That'd be dumb if I have to go buy it and I have 2 gallons of this white paint that I'm not going to use all of it. They put a dab on top, but I didn't realize until I got home and went to open the can. I just assumed it was correct. I assumed the guy knew what he was doing. The dabs were the same. And I didn't see it in the moment because gray and white are kind of similar. For $5, really. Yeah, that was my mistake. It was first time buying paint. I will always check from now on, but I feel like you have something like that happen to you once, it'll never happen to you again. So now maybe it became a lesson for all of you. If you're buying paint, always check to make sure they made you the right paint before you leave the store. Oh, beep. Everything is a 43 today. Actually, this is going down into the sargassum. I hate digging that. Let's move on. A different shade. Yeah, they didn't. Within 30 days. You only ate the chips? Not the kind of chips you want to eat though, Mike. I think they're going right where I was about to walk. That's okay. Let's go over here. I think I hear not that one. There we go. I was getting some buzzing in the detector. There we go. I like paint, chips, and salsa. I think this might be a little bit of ground balance going on here. Yeah, that's ground balance there. Drilled rocket launches, not much. Most of it sinks to the bottom or off the coast. .46 down here. Okay. It's gonna be a piece of cancel. Just have to get it in the scoop. Maybe over here. There we go. Cancel. Cancel. Oh. And plus, the Gulf Stream pushes north, so I wouldn't find much of that debris here. And if you can't detect on the Canaveral National Seashore, where if it did go right off the coast there, that's where would be the best chance of finding it. Not today. I found a wedding band at this beach once before and was able to return it. Probably the best thing. Yep. Yep.
That's cool. What do you film everything?
Yep. Yep. Were they very daring? Yep, exactly, Bill. Wow, Mike. That was a don't talk to me? No. I just had the camera and he had like his kid there, so I didn't want to like, whenever someone, if it's like an older person talking, I'm okay with it. But like when their kid is there, it's a little bit more difficult because like they don't know I'm filming right away. And then when they find out I'm filming, they're like, oh, my kid's on the camera, you know? So it makes it a little different. Thank you for the Amazon and coffee links. I'm a sellout. I haven't even looked at my affiliate page in a while. Have you all been using that? You're not allowed to, Mike. Yours don't count for me. Everything's a 49 or a 50. Oh, flew out. Cancel everywhere. Happy International Cancel Day. I would have made so much money off you. Do you buy that much stuff on Amazon? Oh, I don't think that was a real beep. Yeah, I think I make like $3 a month off that affiliate link right now. It's crazy. Kind of just zigzagging here. Let's go down here. Deep. Nope. Oh, they're trying to. They put food on his towel, trying to get the birds to come eat food off the top of his towel. I see what you're doing. Ah. Here's the ocean. Sorry, I know we've been looking at the ground a lot. Beach is pretty clean. Let's see here. Boom. Kids are dumb. Kids are so dumb. Let's go down to the lower tide area. Maybe some people have dropped some things. It's like mid-tide now, though. Chat check. Is my chat working? What is this? Plastic hair clip? It's a flower. We broke? I don't know, y'all are quiet, so I don't know. Sometimes when that happens, that my chat froze. But us bots, you're not bots, don't say that, you'll get me banned. Where'd who go?
X100.
Yeah, what's up, Dave? How you doing?
Detecting again.
Yeah, I've been out here metal detecting in a while. Birding was good there for a bit with all the ducks. And like all the holiday stuff going on too. Sounds like a CrossFitter. I know, right? I can angle you off a little bit more. Have to look straight down here. Look, ring-billed gulls. Ring-billed gull. I'm in the background of fancy photo here. It was hot today. There was no such thing as a seagull. You mean because they have like more specific names? And people just generically refer to them as seagulls? I know, right? I think we're safe. We go a little higher now. Yeah, too many people out here today. It makes this tough. I can't get in like the good soft, dry sand. Yep, there's no technical seagull out there. But I mean, it's fine just to say if you're not sure of the actual species. Wait, Mike, you use semi-gloss for your trim? I got all mine as satin paint. Yeah, that's what those kids down there were doing. They were trying to lay on the ground with the towel over them. They put like food on top of the towel, hoping the gulls would come over and eat food off their towel. No, not high. Ew. I don't want my house that shiny. That sounds horrible. Oh. Something's down here. Probably an iron chunk. Yeah, it's ringing like an iron chunk. Let's see. Yeah, nothing in the scoop. Yeah, I think that was a little piece of iron. I find it easier to clean. It seems to hold up better washing without messing with the color. Huh. Yeah, I got satin. I just didn't want the shinier look. Yeah, I think that tone was just a piece of iron, and that's why the tone just goes jumping from 0, 0, so like the lowest detector goes to the highest, and usually those are false beeps. All right, later, Sarah. Thanks for hanging out. Well, I guess I just can't scuff much. How about that? No scuff allowed. Alright, Max is down there a bit. Oh, good. Then that's me. You ever use that orange spray stuff? I should be able to join a movie night tonight. Hi. You too. Oh yeah, we're getting a lot of false beeps down here. Orange spray or something, something like that. It's like the spray-on texture stuff. Bye, Sarah. Hi, everybody. If you weren't here earlier, it's Pookie's birthday. Everyone, yell happy birthday, Pookie. Well, none of mine are, and I'm not going to sand them all flat. Agent Orange. I forget what it's called. It was like a $17 can of stuff you spray to blend the textures where there was a repair. And there was like a square in my bathroom, and I needed to make it blend with the rest of the wall because they repaired it but didn't add the texture back. I think we're already came through here, about finishing up. I don't feel like waiting for the people to get off the beach. It's not textured paint, but like it's a spray can of texture. Homax? I don't know. I don't remember the brand. Orange peel wall texture. Yes, maybe something like that. Yeah, that's what it is, Homax. Well, how am I supposed to, the previous owners of my place did a horrible job of repairing the walls, and I'm going to paint it and it's not going to blend. Yeah, that's what it is, Homax. Why are you SMHing me? How else am I supposed to blend the texture from the previous owner's horrible repairs? Foiled. This one's stuck. There we go, foiled. Mix some oatmeal. Yeah, repaint the whole house. Sand every single wall in your house down. Because every wall is already slightly textured. Except for the parts they repaired, which aren't textured. Knock the entire house down? Is that what you're saying? No, I am the manager of my home. Yeah, repainting the walls, you'd still see the flat, fixed area. That's the problem we're having here. 10-gallon tub of spackle and texture. Party. Just sand the whole wall, yeah. Hold on, let me go buy, give me a good excuse to buy the Festool wall sander. So, okay, that's what I'll do. Replace all that? The skim coating of plaster? I don't know. I don't know. Why do you replace all electrical outlets? Doesn't make any sense. Unless you think that's gonna... You think they might burn your house down? Install new drywall. Nah. That sounds a bit too intense for me. Well, this area is called Indialantic, Florida. Oh, were they feet draggers? They were old, Mike. Oh, that says the thing filled with wood from the beach. That's where they dump all the wood that's washed up. Oh, look at all the good wood in there. Dumpster dive in that. Alrighty. I'm tired. A giant piece of art. There we go. Art in the spot. Okay, we found a lot of foil today. We mostly just dug foil today. I won't even show it all. Decent amount of foil. Warsh, I'm from Pennsylvania. Did I say Warsh? I didn't say that. Keeper finds. Give me some energy. Okay, I gotta get my stream endurance back. I haven't streamed for a while. I'm in vacation mode. I can't start out with a 5-hour metal detecting streams. No, we didn't find any diseases. We found a car. Cool car. Found a pair of tweezers. Make a new hat, pretty much. That's where they put all the wood that washed up. There, is that better? Okay, coinage. Found 2 pennies, 2 nickels, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dimes. 50, 62 cents. Look, there's the color of my bathroom. See that blue? That's what color my bathroom is. I go to Walmart's. Yeah, sterling silver from the olden days. And push, wait. Push in your chair? I say push in your chair. I do say, like, okay, let's make a chat poll. Let's go to the swimming poll, the telephone poll. All my polls sound exactly the same. I don't differentiate. That could just be a speech impediment too. But same thing with tolls. I went to the toll booth. Today really took a toll on me. Yeah. I say soda. Why did you punch the wall? Carlo, thanks for the follow. Oh, why is that? No, when you paint, you get paint everywhere. At one point, I put my head against the wet paint on the wall when I was leaning under the toilet. Warbler, Warsher, Warder. A hammer is a hammer. Right? Hammer? Give me the hammer? No, I say hammer. Nothing weird about that. No, I'm not going to take my toilet out. I'd have to first fix the... Never mind. Yeah, Mike, but the problem is, the water line, I can't turn off the external water line. Well, I can turn off that one there, but I don't trust it. Yeah, but I'm not going to take the toilet out. Holy cow. A hammer is a tool, or an earbud. Oh, are you talking about the inner ear bones? Yeah, I know the shut up. I didn't want to remove the toilet. The incus, the stapes, and well, the stirrup is the stapes. Yeah, I need to fix the shutoff, and the main shutoff to the house is broken, so I have to get the city to come in to turn off the city shutoff so I can fix the main shutoff that's next to the house. And before anyone says, oh my God, you need to get that fixed, what if something breaks, you're going to have a massive flood in the house, here's me saying, I know.
Barnacle Bum has gifted a sub
But I
to
can't fix
Pookie.
the shutoff coming into the house unless the city turns off the shutoff at the road. Thank you for gifting us up the Pookie on his birthday. I was going to do that later. Yeah, so I can't fix the toilet valve, which I want to replace with not plastic. That's why I don't trust it, because it's currently a plastic valve that shuts it off. And I want to replace that with a proper valve, and I have all the stuff to do it. However, I can't shut off the water to my house. No, the entire valve just spins freely. It's not connected to the thing that closes and opens it. Yeah, I know. See, I told you. I know you're going to say, oh my God, you need to get that fixed ASAP. I do realize that, oh my God, I do need to get that fixed ASAP, because it could cause a crazy, horrible emergency within the house if I have a water line break, and the only way to stop the break is by shutting off the water supply to the house. But the only way to shut off the water supply right now is by calling the city to come and have them use the toll to shut it off. This is realized and known. Sure, that's actually not a horrible idea. Work smart, not harder.
Oh.
Did you see what he did? I had to throw something away, so he drove up right next to the garbage can and threw it into the garbage can and then drove off. Alrighty. Sorry, shorter stream today, I know. 3 hours and 16 minutes. I have a slight headache though. Deadpool threw the toll in the pool because he couldn't pay the toll. Deadpool threw the pool. Deadpool threw the toll in the pool because he couldn't pay the toll. Yeah, Quiet Bear. I have one too, but the valve is broken. It just spins freely. It's not connected to the ball that spins underneath. That's my problem. So somehow I need to get the city to come out and turn off the main valve, because it's a special tool to do that. And it's technically illegal to mess with those. I know technically illegal. So I'm gonna have to like actually get a plumber to do it. Alrighty. Who is? Oh wait, we can't end yet. I only seen one redemption today for treats. Do you guys even like Watson anymore? Or am I just blind? Oh, you did all the treats? They're all gone. Wow, I must have missed them. We're now Team Darwin. Yeah, poor Darwin lately. Watson's been adapting fine. Darwin is still working on adapting. Okay, let's see if he's there. I see him. Let's see if we work before we wake him up. True.
So large, you said? Well, this will eat leftovers.
They got too much sawdust in my adapter. Alright, we should be back now. Is he there? There he is. Okay, here we go. Treats time. One, two, three, four, five, and who all has dogs out there? We have Augie, we have Bert, we have, is Hobbs here? Oops. What are other puppers? Okay, yeah, Bert or Brutus. And then there's one for all the dogs out there. Derp. There's my tree. I should take the tree down. Okay. We back. Yeah, too much sawdust in my hole. I don't think it's connecting as well anymore. Because I've had my phone like this in my pocket while doing woodwork, and sawdust goes into my pocket hole and then into there. Wait, you're getting a dog on the 6th? Or have you had a dog? Have you hidden a dog from us all this time? Oh, your tree. That makes sense too. We had 2 conversations going on in there. Taking her. No. Alright, where do we want to go today? Ooh, Mikey's on. Alveus are laying pipe with Connor. Sounds fun. NASCAR stream home? No, I don't want. I don't like driving back to my house. Oh, the Window to Wildlife cam is back on. That's cool. No, you're not picking the color of my bedroom. Any, oh, Gene Nature Lover's on too. Any stream recommendations today? Chrono Glide, Marley's, California Burbs, Stream Dad, Ice Cream. So many people on right now. Yeah, I would never let you all pick my colors because you would pick colors like that. So, what do y'all think? No one gonna recommend anything? Do I gotta pick? Frilled, who else are you watching right now? Oh, SoFlo's on? Did I miss him? Did he just go live? Oh, he's way up there. Yeah, that could be a good one. Yeah, let's go to SoFlo Wildlife today. Can match my hat. Yeah, let's go to SoFlo today. Let's make sure everything's up and working well on his channel. Alright, pretty good. Yeah, let's keep you all in Florida. Yeah, I'm doing like a taupe color. I think it's called gray. No, wait. Agreeable gray or something like that. I'll figure out the actual name of the color here. Alrighty. So, thank you all for hanging out today. I appreciate all being here. Good to see all your names in chat again. I know I haven't been too active lately, so with the next couple of weeks, hopefully we should get back to the normal. Semester is starting back up. I haven't prepped a single thing for this semester yet, which is not a good thing, by the way. So semester, we have next week where I'll be prepping and doing things like that, getting out when I can. Thursday and Friday are work days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be hardcore prepping all my classes. And then we start the semester, and yeah. Still no prep. Nope. Haven't done a thing. I've been doing other projects. This bed is taking a lot longer than I thought it would take. I have so much sanding and stuff to do on it. I ordered all the mattress pieces, but that was like a 4-week lead time on those, so I have lots of time there. No, you don't want to see a lecture prep stream. I would dox everything then. Alright, let me type. So... Oh my gosh, you're not kidding though. Like, the stuff I've typed into ChatGPT that would just change my, like, lecture plans and whatnot, I could just say, write me a lecture plan for the sympathetic nervous system. And would write me a lecture plan. I actually, I put it in Caitlin's Discord when I was chatting about it. I was like, write me an outline for chromosomal rearrangement, duplications, and deletions paper, and include 5 peer-reviewed references. And it actually pumped out an outline of how to write this research paper with the topics with cited literature. Yeah, literally my job does not matter anymore. Pizza? Yeah, no, but like exactly, like, I don't know, chromosomal rearrangements, duplications, and, you know, tandem repeats, things like that. That's just like chromosomal differences, but this just pumped out, here's your outline to write your research paper. Then you could even tell it to write the research paper too, and the problem with that, turn it in, plagiarism checkers won't detect it. Because it doesn't have like a source it brings it from, so we'll see what happens. But I'll definitely be using more of the plagiarism checking stuff in all of my submissions. But, yeah. Yeah, so it's really going to be interesting to see how it changes. Write me a research proposal on live streaming nature content in Florida to submit to the National Geographic. Should I do that? All right. Here we go. I'm going to send you to SoFlo Wildlife. Maybe live tomorrow morning. Maybe last day of birding of the year. We'll see. We'll see. And yeah. Today's been fun. I've enjoyed it. We found some finds. I wouldn't say they're the best finds ever, but we have found some things. And yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for any follows. Thank you for any subs. Thank you for the raids. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for chatting. Thank you the mods and all that fun stuff. And good to see all your names again. Would you guys, I'm getting better at stand-up paddleboarding. I could potentially bring you on a stand-up paddleboard. It's a potential ability. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. All right. Have a good day, everyone. I am going to get a coffee and go home and hang out with Watson. But you guys remember, if I do a stand-up paddleboard stream and I actually fall off and destroy all my gear, there won't be any more streams and I will quit streaming. Just so you're aware of the stipulations of saying do a stand-up paddleboard stream. So, those are the rules for that sort of stream. Alright, have a good day, everyone. Don't forget to explore, engage, and educate. Oh my God. So, right here is what we found. Oh my gosh. Look at, oh, it just flew. It's flying. It's flying. Oh my God, look at it go. Look at it go. It's an educational stream. Oh wow, it got it. No way. Whoa, let's let that thing fly.
Look at that. That's wicked.
Our little student here, Watson, made a great example of epiphysis.
Oh my gosh, look at that shot. Look at that, look at that, look at that. That's protecting it. Can you believe that?